All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be looking back to a chart that we created not too long ago. So I have two charts put up here. I have an old chart and a new chart. The old chart is about TSLY and its total returns. So I have every single buy that I made of TSLY and I have all the dividends that they produced. And what we're going to do in this video is not using the old chart, but using the new chart that I created. We're going to be looking at the total returns of TSLY for my portfolio. Anyone who doesn't know, I have about 100 shares of TSLY, if I can find them right here. Yep, 100 right here. And what we'll do in this video is I have every buy at every single purchase price, and we are going to figure out how TSLY has been as a total return for me. I actually really do like these videos, and okay, please do subscribe. We are up to 3,539 subscribers, just to throw that in there. But what I do want to say is I love making these videos. And before I actually started YouTube, before I had all these amazing people on my channel and my amazing community, I would do these for fun, just make these for myself because I love to track my dividends. And so I'm so glad that you're here with me and we're sharing this experience, something that I actually do love to do. So with that, all that being said, this is my new chart here. So I'm not exactly sure when I dated this old chart. The reason being is because I have all the lists of what I purchased it at in May, June, July, August, but I just put this one in today actually, which was a buy in October. I bought 22 shares for $11.68. Now on those 22 shares, I've actually received two dividends. They were the final two dividends that Yieldmax has paid. So just looking out right here, Yieldmax paid a 58-cent dividend and a 60-cent dividend, both which got factored into this October share price right here. Now, looking at that alone, we could see I actually have a dividend yield, or not a dividend yield, a return on my investment of about 6.76%. So on my most recent current buy, that's actually fairly good. But for the rest, they have been going downhill. And the reason why I want to show you this is because before, when Yieldmax and TSLY was up to $13.95, my position where I started out actually with $13.30, it was up about 35%, as you can see on the right side here. Now, with the dividends being added, those two new dividends being added, and all the dividends being paid out over the length that I've actually owned the stock, I'm down to an average kind of like share price value of about $7.84 on those shares, which do represent a 30% gain even in this time with the stock being $11.25. Now, as for the rest, you can see here, before I was in the positive, I was up 3%. I was slightly down about 8 and 4% on my $18 and $16 purchase price investment, but now you can see I'm down pretty much a lot more on those, with my $17, $18, and $16 investments being down about 9, 24, and 19%. So that is kind of how my reinvestments have stacked up so far. These are reinvesting my own money. This does not necessarily count myself reinvesting like my shares that I get, the money that I receive from shares on a monthly basis. But you can see how over time, TSLY can be a great investment with an average share price under $8, with obviously the dividends being accounted for and added into that price, more so subtracted from that price. But you could see over time that TSLY might be falling a little bit too fast in terms of its share price to really keep up with the dividends. Now, for the long term, if TSLY can remain for the long term, we will eventually get all of these down to an average price of 0, and then we could potentially, quote unquote, say we have an infinite return. We could take out all of our capital and use the dividends. Of course, going to keep all of our capital in there, but for the long term of Tesla, the one thing that I don't like is that when looking at the previous chart, when Tesla was at about $14 here, Tesla was probably trading close to about the exact same marker that it is today, about $240. Now today, TSLY is trading about $11.25, but Tesla is still about the $240 marker. This is due to the fact that TSLY is paying out its dividends monthly. It's paying out big dividends, which is taking away obviously from its share price. And if TSLY can't grow its share price, beyond the point at which it started the month, then it's going to just slowly deplete capital. And one of the big risks is that Tesla is a volatile stock. And to put this into perspective, Tesla was trading at about $400 in November 1st, 2021. And in the span of about a year and a couple months, it was trading at about $123, which is about a 70% loss or so. And if Yieldmax was to experience a 70% loss, let's say go down from $11, even from the current price point, if Tesla was to go down about 50% or so, let's say TSLY goes down 50% because TSLY will match Tesla on the downside, then we're looking at an average share price of about maybe $5 to $6. It is true, if Tesla does drop that down and TSLY does as well, you could pick up shares and then ride Tesla all the way back up again. But my concern is that just with the dollar amount here, TSLY might be forced to do a reverse stock split or could potentially go to zero depending on how low Tesla goes. TSLY is not necessarily a leveraged fund. It's not like if Tesla goes down 50%, TSLY will go to zero just due to the fact that it's not leveraged. It will match the price or the kind of the percentage downfall of TSLA, of Tesla. But the thing is, it's just something to keep in mind as investors, because as the share price erodes, we will also be receiving smaller and smaller dividends, because TSLY will not be able to, if TSLY drops to below $10, I think it's very unlikely that we'll be seeing any kind of dollar dividends. We will have to get that share price up in order to see these bigger dividends. Now, this is just kind of like a quick video just to show you guys a little update on how my TSLY position is going. It's obviously trending a little bit in the wrong direction currently. Of course, if I do just let my shares sit, let my shares reinvest, TSLY, as long as it's still there, everything is going to be absolutely fine. And eventually, this is going to eat down at that kind of average share price, and we are going to be receiving a better and better return on each and every share. And the great thing is, with every dividend being paid out comes more stock in TSLY as we look to reinvest, potentially at lower prices. If Tesla gains, then that's going to be a definite win for us when reinvesting those new shares. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it's kind of a conflicting video. There's definitely some pros and cons to investing in TSLY, but you know what? I like to keep it real, and I like to tell you guys exactly what's on my mind, because I do like TSLY, and I am bullish Tesla. I think Tesla's a great company long term, and I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't see Tesla going to zero. I actually don't see it really going back down to this $100 level, but I want to be as clear and I want to be as pessimistic potentially as possible, because I want to originate the worst case scenarios for TSLY to see how it might respond, and really think of a situation where it might respond very poorly. And that is what I want to be prepared for, and that is what I want to prepare all 3,539 of you for potentially. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, got kind of little insight on TSLY potentially for the future and what it might bring, and just how the dividends kind of compound and build up in your account. So if you guys did enjoy this the video, please do remember to subscribe. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave this video a like and you'll see more content like this. I hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys in the next one.